Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. Today I want to talk about some of the exclusive issues that Xbox has been having, given the success of God of War on PS4. It really got me to thinking. And recently on the Humble Bundle website, if you don't know what this is a website that gives you discounted PC games. And they kind of roll it together. Some of it goes to developers, some of it goes to them, and some of it goes to charity. They had a Crytek engine, so games running on Crytek engine bundle, which included Rise. Rise was an Xbox One launch exclusive, which, when looking back at it now, had very similar camera perspectives for the most part when it comes to the distance from the player as God of War. So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the things that I think Microsoft can do in order to help out this woeful situation of lack of exclusives. As an Xbox One X owner, I had the Project Scorpio Edition. I was very excited to get it. I like the fact that it's the most powerful console, but I also play on PC and I also play on a PS4 Pro. Looking back at my purchase back in November, it's been a good, 7 months now. I would make it again, but not if it was going to be my only console. Like if I saw that God of War came out, I'd be kind of salty right now, especially with the Spider-Man coming out. If you're into those role-playing games, like not role-playing, but they call it walking simulators, but Detroit Become Human coming out, Days Gone coming out on PS4, everything seems to be happening on that side. So from a gamer perspective, if I wanted to enjoy the best games, I definitely want to make sure that I have a PlayStation for that. And that lies the problem that Xbox is facing. One thing that they could do is work on, given the popularity of God of War, work on Rise 2. There were some rumors that it was in the works, but nothing's been confirmed yet. I think that would be a great time to kind of either drop a nugget about it and take away the that one combat mechanic where it's like the quick time, everything is a quick time event. If they kind of freed the chains of that and just made the combos executable, even without like the little highlights, then that would be good. And I think that the game itself plays pretty well. I remember on Xbox it had really, really long load times because I had it. It was like, it blew my mind. I was like, yeah, this is what next gen's about. When I first saw it back in like 2012 or 2013 when the Xbox One was getting ready to come out. But with that said, I jotted down a list of a couple games that I think are noteworthy, from cancellations to a couple of franchises that I would like to see revived. So first, let's talk about cancellations that they could bring back. They canceled Fable, which Fable Legends was a game that the Fable community was really excited to hear about, and that got canceled because they didn't think it was going to be that popular. And hopefully, they bring that back. There's been some talks about that. I guess there was a game called Stormlands, I think is the name of it. But that was an RPG game that Xbox was supposed to get, and the most well-known, or the one that I know the most or saw the most content from, was Scalebound. A lot of people were interested to see how Scalebound would turn out, and that game ended up being canceled. I think that Microsoft should start working on those projects again. But to be honest, recreating canceled games isn't going to be the answer to the exclusivity gap. A couple of games that I feel like they should either bring back or create. This is something that I, as a gamer, would like to see because Ghost Recon falls short. The other third-person shooters they're not really the military realistic or team-based or strategy-based type games that I like. I would like to see something like a Rainbow Six Siege in third person with very solid game mechanics, something that controls very well. And I would like to see that implemented like a SOCOM style game, but for Xbox and make it exclusive. Even if they were to make this game $30 and only included a few maps at launch, I think this would be a good way to start. And if the game ended up doing well and taking off, they can expand on it later on. So $30 to get you in, you get 2 to 3 maps. They're the best maps that you've ever played in a game. They're well thought out. They're perfectly built for team play and very balanced. The guns are balanced, the gameplay is balanced. So they release something like that makes, having an Xbox, and stop making everything Xbox and PC. Have it for Xbox, make the Xbox users proud, and give them something to play as far as that market that SOCOM has left behind. Another shooter that I feel has kind of gotten lost in time has been Perfect Dark. I think it'd be good to have a Perfect Dark reboot, something that is, current in today's technology with maybe the new Unreal Engine or something along those lines. Something very powerful, something good to look at, something that works well. But like I said, I think they need to invest in some of these franchises that have been lost and just coming up with new franchises in general. I know they invested in a quadruple A studio that they're going to be working on, but to be honest, every time that Microsoft has said they're going to be releasing something great, something fantastic, the one thing that I can personally say, to me, not like I can go back and pick every little minor victory, but to me the one that mattered the most was the Xbox One X release. For the longest time they've been underpowered. They have been the weaker console as far as graphics and everything. Just the only thing that really the Xbox had going for it was the ecosystem was cooler than PlayStation. But if you were a gamer, then the PlayStation was the way to go, hands down. So that was the only thing they had going for them. Now they have the most powerful console. They still have the good ecosystem, but they don't have any games to go with it. I would also like to see some of the old school platformers come back. And I know they're not the most popular thing these days, but I think maybe like an arcadey style game, going back to what I said about that $30 price tag like State of Decay is. But something like that, something bite-sized like Super Lucky's Tale, those type of games. I think they should release some of the name brand ones like Banjo-Kazooie. It's one of my favorite games when I was growing up, and it kind of just disappeared with time. You have it in the Rare Classics collection, but I think it would be pretty cool, given today's technology, to see some of those games with the proper time to develop come out. I mean, I think that would be one way to start, because the more you can start to build, like you have Knack on PlayStation. It's not like it's not knocking down doors for sales, but it's something for that gamer on that console. So things like that need to come to Xbox. And I want to close the video on some things that Microsoft needs to stop doing. They have to stop releasing the same 3 major games every year or every couple years. No more Halo. Like, I think they should move over to like a 3-game cycle. Game 1 introduces the series, Game 2 builds on it, Game 3 kind of closes it out, and they put the series to bed maybe for another 5 to 6 years, and then they can reboot it or whatever they want to do then. But this whole cash grab of making a game like Forza every 2 years, where it's Horizon and then you have a main entry to the series, I think that's getting really old. It's really tacky, and you're just going to diminish the player base over time, because what happens is you're not really offering a new experience anymore. It's just kind of enhanced experiences. Another thing that I feel like they need to get rid of is the timed exclusives. To me, it's a really tacky sales strategy. We have this game for now. I think if you have a timed exclusive, just let it be known, hey, it's coming out on Xbox first. It'll come out on PlayStation next year, and leave it at that. But the way they market these timed exclusives is like it's an Xbox One exclusive. And then when you look deeper into the asterisks and the fine print, it'll say like it's a timed exclusive, which means if you're trying to leverage that as your exclusive, then next year you look silly because your competitor now has that game. It's kind of like, yo, this is my girl. Like, yo, isn't she awesome? And then next year, like, she's with somebody else, and your boy's like, oh, I thought that was your girl, bro. And now here you are looking stupid. It's the same exact thing, in my opinion. And that's pretty much what I got, man. I hope Microsoft does some of these things, especially with the game like a SOCOM, because Ghost Recon used to be to me a lesser version of SOCOM. Some people liked it more. I didn't until later in life. Like later, it was better than SOCOM. Like Confrontation was bad, and SOCOM 4 or whatever the last SOCOM on PS3 was, that was not a good game to me. But hopefully they make something like that, because I would love to see it in action. Let me know what you guys think Microsoft could do, and let's have a discussion about what they could do to just make the console experience a little bit better as far as games go, because I mean, to be honest, the console is really cool and it's really good as far as the gameplay for the multi-platform games go. The ones that are Xbox One X enhanced stand out a lot more than my PS4 Pro versions, but those are few and far between, and the exclusives that I get on PlayStation outweigh that benefit. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I enjoyed making this video, and let me know if you enjoyed watching it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be easy.